Welcome to our series of video in factoring polynomial. The goal of this video to continue factor by grouping polynomials. To factor cy plus dy, I take a y as a common factor. Times c plus d. What is the common factor between negative c minus d? I take a negative 1, a common factor. Multiply by c plus d. Because negative 1 times c, I get negative c. Negative 1 times positive d, I get negative d. You have c plus d here is a common factor. Equal under equal, I take c plus d as a common factor. Times y, I get the first term. C plus d times the negative 1, I get the second term. Please pause and take notes. And this is the same question I just done. If you have 3 times 4, the same as 4 times 3. When you multiply here, c plus d times y, and I switch the y here, and became y first and c plus d after, I get the first term. C plus d times the negative 1, and I bring the negative 1 first. Negative 1 times c plus d, I get the second term. And we call this is property is the commutative property of multiplication. To factor x squared minus ax, I take x a common factor times x minus a. You have negative x plus ay. I take is y here, and y I take negative y is a common factor. Negative y is a common factor times x minus a. Because when you multiply negative y times positive x, I get negative xy, get the first term. When you multiply negative y times the negative a, I get positive ay. You have x minus a here are common. I take x minus a is a common factor. If you multiply this by x, you get the first term. If you multiply x minus a times y, negative y, you get the second term. Please pause and take notes. This is the same question I just done. If you have x minus a here times x, you get the first term, x times x minus a. If you multiply x minus a times the negative y, you get the second term, which is negative y times x minus a. You have b minus a, I need to switch it to a minus b, but I have to multiply it by negative 1. This is positive b, and this is negative a. I bring the negative a first, and the positive b after. I'm going to take the negative 1 common factor. Negative 1 times positive a to get negative a, but negative times negative to get positive b. Negative 1 times negative b, I get positive b. Means b minus a is the same as a minus b multiplied by negative 1. Mean to switch b minus a to a minus b, you write a minus b and you multiply it by negative 1. To factor 5a minus 5b, I take 5 is a common factor. 5 is a common factor. And here a minus b. You have b squared and you have b here. You take b is a common factor. B times b, you get b squared. Positive b times negative a, you get negative ab. But this is ab here, and this is b minus a. This is not the same. I have to switch this to a minus b. To switch this to a minus b, I have to multiply it by negative 1. I am going to replace b minus a by negative 1 times a minus b. Plus under plus, b under b. I replace this by negative 1 times a minus b. I write equal under equal here. 5 times a minus b. You have positive b times negative 1. Positive and negative, I get negative b times a minus b. And this one equal under equal, 5 under 5, a minus b. You have a minus b here and a minus b here is a common factor. A minus b. If you multiply this by 5, you get the first term. If you multiply a minus b times negative b, you get the second term. Please pause and take notes. And this is the same question I just done. You have a minus b here times 5, you get the first term. A minus b times negative b, you get the second term. This is the second term. To factor 6x minus 6y, I take 6 a common factor. Equal under equal. You have 6 common factor. X minus y. You have negative y squared plus xy. Here y squared, here y. I take negative y common factor. Negative y times y. I get y squared, negative y squared. Negative times negative to get positive. And here x. Negative y times negative x, I get positive xy. This one x minus y, but this one is y minus x. To switch this to x minus y, I multiply by negative 1. Equal under equal. 6 under 6 xy minus under minus y under y. I'm going to replace y minus x by x minus y. I multiply by negative 1. This is the negative 1. And I switch it. Negative times negative, I get positive. Positive y times x minus y. And here equal 6 times x minus y. You have x minus y here is a common factor. X minus y times 6. Because you multiply by 6, I get the first term. If you multiply by y, you get the second term. Please pause and take notes. If you multiply x minus y times y, you get the first term. If you multiply x minus y times y, you get the second term. This is your homework. Please try it in your own. And if you have any questions, please write it in the comment below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful.